Welcome. In this video, ZBCN coin price has rebounded ATH. What will happen now? We will analyze it. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and please watch to the end to understand. Recent price movements on the ZBCN front have brought some exciting developments for investors. Especially from a technical analysis perspective, the price breaking through a significant peak and reaching a new ATH, all-time high, clearly indicates that the bullish market structure remains strong. These kinds of breakout scenarios are also crucial for investor psychology, as they provide confidence to short-term traders and serve as a motivating factor for long-term investors to hold or even increase their positions. The fact that ZBCN's price has decisively broken through this key peak level, which previously acted as strong resistance multiple times, may suggest that the market now views this level not as a ceiling, but as a new floor. Particularly the pullbacks that often follow such resistance breakouts and head back toward the broken level, and the potential for buying support at this zone, are frequently observed patterns in technical analysis. These are typically seen as positive signs for the continuation of a healthy upward trend. And that's exactly what we are currently seeing with ZBCN. The price has broken above this critical level, which had long been a challenge and prompted many investors to wonder, can it really break through? And it did so with strong volume. The slight pullback that followed this breakout is a completely natural market behavior. Every strong rally is often followed by a brief pause or correction. What's important, however, is that this correction does not dip below the broken peak. On the contrary, the price appears to be holding its ground at this level, suggesting that strong hands are still in control and buyers are starting to treat this level as a new support. These kinds of movements are often early signals of even bigger price surges. The concept of resistance turning into support is a crucial one in technical analysis. When former resistance levels begin to act as support, it creates a major shift in investor sentiment. Investors who previously sold near this level may now look to buy when the price returns to it. This change is one of the key factors that shapes market direction, and it seems we are witnessing such a transformation in ZBCN right now. Moreover, these post-breakout retest scenarios play a significant role not only in technical analysis, but also in market psychology. New ATHs create fresh hope and expectations among investors. When the price tries to establish itself above such levels, it sets the stage for much higher price targets in the medium to long term. Investors begin to think, if the price has made it this far, it can go even higher, which increases buying pressure in the market, pushing prices further upward. Looking more closely at ZBCN's current price structure, it's clear that the broken peak was an extremely critical zone. The selling pressure that once existed below this level seems to have disappeared, replaced by buy orders. This shows us that the price has now accepted this level as a support and is potentially gathering strength for another wave of upward movement. In this context, the key scenario to watch for ZBCN in the near term is this. If the price can hold steadily around this broken peak zone and manage to defend it, new highs may be inevitable. Such retests often mark the preparatory phase of the next major price move. A strong base formed at this level could pave the way for the price to leap and set new ATHs. But we can't make a decision based on technical analysis alone. Let's take a look at the other metrics as well. Stay tuned. When we carefully examine the charts, we can see that the price action has been steadily moving upward for quite some time. In particular, the price structure forming around a specific ascending trend line is generating highly positive signals from a technical standpoint. This upward trend serves as a key support line that both short-term traders and medium to long-term strategists follow with confidence. Even though the market may appear volatile at times, this trend line functions almost like a compass for the price, helping to maintain upward momentum. The most striking aspect of this ascending structure is the respect the price shows to the trend line. Every time the price approaches this line, buying pressure increases, once again highlighting the importance of this trend in technical analysis. Buyers view this line as both a reference point and a strong support level. This tells us that the market values this trend line and that participants are positioning themselves based on the reactions seen at this level. Ascending trends are like symbols of confidence and momentum in the markets. When price movement continues within such a trend, the majority of investors strongly believe in the continuation of the rally. This results in increasing support at each dip in price. Therefore, as long as this structure is preserved, the probability of the price making new upward moves remains quite high. The ascending trend line we are currently analyzing is functioning exactly in this way. The price has reacted upward every time it has touched this line, and any attempts to break below it have been met with strong buyer reactions. This indicates that market participants view this ascending channel as a buy zone. With every pullback, the responses from this support line have helped push the price even higher. For this reason, as long as this line is not broken to the downside, it is highly likely that the market structure will remain positive. In addition, in technical analysis, trend lines are used not only as support or resistance zones, but also as tools that reflect the psychological inclination of the market. This upward structure shows what investors currently think about the market. The majority believe the uptrend will continue. This belief leads to an increase in buying activity and further strengthens the trend. At this point, the most important thing to pay attention to is that the trend line is not broken, because this line is essentially the backbone of the current structure. If the price continues to hold above this line, seeing new highs would not be surprising. Technically, as long as this structure continues to form higher lows, the bullish scenario remains valid. This gives investors confidence and attracts new buyers into the market. Of course, like any technical formation, ascending trends are naturally subject to some tests, but what really matters is how the price responds to these tests. If the price is recovering from corrections without falling below the ascending trend and starts searching for new highs again, this indicates that the trend is healthy and sustainable. And in the current situation, this seems to be the case. Because with each correction, buyers step in and push the price back up. This shows that there is a strong expectation of further upside in the market. It is crucial for investors to monitor this trend in order to make sound decisions. Because in a way, this line answers the question, is the uptrend continuing, or are we nearing the end? If the price continues to stay above this line, it is highly likely that upward targets will come into play. The Relative Strength Index, as one of the most important oscillators used in technical analysis, plays a major role in identifying momentum and overbought-oversold zones. When we look at the RSI indicator right now, we observe a particularly noteworthy structure. Specifically, RSI appears to be approaching lower levels where it has previously reacted multiple times and where significant reversals have often begun. These types of support zones serve as strong psychological boundaries in the market, and when RSI approaches these levels, investors often interpret it as an opportunity and prefer to take long positions. Therefore, this support area could provide a solid foundation for RSI to turn upward again. From a technical standpoint, this lower support level on the RSI has been tested several times in the past, and after each test, RSI responded sharply to the upside, which in turn led the price to move in the same direction. Now, the possibility of a similar scenario playing out again is coming into focus. As RSI approaches this lower zone, the historical reaction pattern may repeat itself, and an upward shift in RSI could help the price escape downward pressure and start a new wave of upward movement. RSI's sensitivity to these support levels also highlights how investor psychology aligns with technical analysis. Each time RSI nears these support areas, the emotional and psychological responses in the market often spark renewed buying activity. We should continue to monitor this support zone closely. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.